As digital technology entered the photographic world, cameras turned more into computers than cameras, at least so say some. But now there's a trend back in the other direction, going back to more of a rangefinder sensibility, a very small, compact, portable camera, high-quality, single focal length lens, quick on the draw, easy to drop in a pocket. One company that's been pursuing that direction is Sigma, better known for their lenses as one of the largest lens manufacturers in the world. And they last year announced the DP-1 rangefinder. This year now we have updated availability information. In fact, the product's getting very close to shipment. I'm here with Tom Sobey, the U.S. Marketing Manager for Sigma Corporation. He's going to tell us a little bit about the product. So Tom, what can you tell us about the DP-1 and what are its real key features?
Okay, well the main thing in keeping with Sigma's philosophy in the past, even with the SLR camera, is the idea of the very high image quality. And so to incorporate this image quality into a compact camera, they're using the Foveon 14 megapixel direct image sensor. And in fact, it is the same size sensor as is used in our SLR camera. So compared to the image sensors typically found in compact digital cameras, it's anywhere from 10 to 12 times the area. Having this larger image sensor allows for the individual pixels to also be significantly larger than in a typical compact camera, and should allow for greater image quality by having lower noise characteristics than would be typically found in a compact digital camera. And the image quality should truly be in the same range as the better digital SLR cameras. In keeping with this, Sigma designed a specific lens, a fixed lens, for this camera. It's a 16.6 millimeter lens, and it's equivalent to a 28 millimeter wide-angle lens on a 35 millimeter camera. So it's a very useful, all-purpose type of lens. But it is fixed. It's not interchangeable. As a result, the design of it can be simplified and the performance of it be more optimized, much as in the case of the old rangefinder cameras, the old Leicas, the old Contax cameras. You didn't have to deal with interchangeable lenses and reflex mirrors, so certain compromises which had to be made in the past are no longer necessary. So truly the image quality on this should be extremely high.
That's great. What's the aperture on that lens?
The maximum aperture is f4, and it is adjustable, so you do have control over depth of field. It can stop down, I believe, f16. In order to enhance the creative capabilities of the camera, unlike most compact digital cameras and even compact film cameras, it has full automatic function, automatic exposure, automatic focus, but it also provides full manual control of both exposure and focus. So in terms of its capabilities, it is really approaching those of an SLR camera, with the exception of the interchangeable lens. But as an additional bonus, because it is not an SLR, it can be much smaller and lighter and pocketable.
Mm-hmm. That's great. And you've also announced some accessories to come along with this too, optionals?
Right, yes. It uses a live view LCD monitor on the back, as most compacts do, but it also has the option for an optical viewfinder, which can be attached to the hot shoe of the camera and allows direct viewing at eye level, whereas typically most digital cameras have to be used at arm's length in order to view the review monitor. So this optional accessory will be available. It has the same angle of view as the lens, equivalent to a 28 millimeter, so it makes it very easy for composition. Other additional accessories to optimize image performance, especially in bright sun and where you're shooting near the sun. There is an optional lens hood available, which shields the front of the lens from stray light. And for indoor photography, where the built-in flash it may not be adequate for a large room or great distances, there is provision for an optional dedicated electronic flash, which would give full automatic exposure or full manual exposure control. And this would be an optional accessory as well.
Great. That optional flash also gets you further away from the lens, so less likely to produce red eye, I would think.
That's correct. That is correct. Yep. More space, better for red eye reduction.
Well, that's great. So when's it coming and how much will it cost?
The factory has given us a tentative production date of March, so they may be in the dealer stores by late March or April. And we expect the average selling price, street price as they say, to be about $800 for the camera. And it'll come with the necessary software and battery pack, charger, etc.